Hi, I'm Kimberly. Welcome to Simply Living in a Small Town. I hope everybody is having a great week. Um, and thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I am just wearing down, but let's uh, let's look at some yarn, shall we? So I have my Mary Maxim order. I have only cut the top of the box open and have not gone through this yet. So I know what I ordered basically. But I have not looked at any of it yet. So on top though, I see is, well, let me pull these papers out and then I can tell you too what I paid for everything. Don't need that. Okay. So the first one in here is the Bernat Softy Chunky that I said I needed for the blanket that I showed y'all last week. This is the color Dark Mauve, which I don't know why it's called that, to be honest, just because it's very purple. So it's very purple. And this is a 5-weight, chunky yarn. This is, oh, you know what? It says it's a super bulky 6. Well, now, I had, that's interesting because it is basically a 5. I don't know where they come up with some of this sometimes. I'm just going to tell y'all, in the blanket, okay, I have it with the Premier Color Fusion that is a 5. And this is just like it. And, yeah, you can see right there that is not. Does that look like a super bulky, y'all? I don't know. I don't know how they figure some of this, but anyway. It is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 108 yards. That's what you get with the, the chunkier the yarn is, the less yardage you get. So that is typical. It's 100% acrylic, 99 meters. So this is all I need to finish that blanket. The blanket is from the Boggy Creek tutorial by Cinnamon Stitches, and it is meant to be like a twin size blanket. So this is all I needed to finish that. I already have an extra of the Premier Color Fusion. That was what I got and not this. And so that's why I was like confused, because I had gotten another skein of the Premier Color Fusion, but not this one. And I may not even need the other skein of the Color Fusion. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is pretty. It is really soft. And I like it. Basically this feels pretty much the same as the Premier Color Fusion. So there's that. And I gave, because unfortunately the price went back up before I bought it. Naturally. I know I gave like $4.99. Where is it? Yes, I gave $4.99 for this. But again, that's the only one I needed to finish that blanket. So there's that. I see you want the box, don't you? My cat over here, Amara, the one you've seen many times, the big old tiger, she wants the box. Okay. So let's see what else we got. Okay, so they put a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay, the bag is open, but they put a bunch of stuff in it. Look at all those goodies. So I got the Lily Sugar and Cream and the colorway Moon Dance to finish the bag that I started last week. So I got 2 of those. That was like simple because, to just get it through here versus me having to make a trip to Walmart that's 20 minutes away from me. And I do not love going into Walmart. That was $1. Is it $1.99? No, it was $2.99, y'all. but was that, it was $2.99 for both, for two of them. So it must have been, what, $1.98 a piece? No. No, it would have been cheaper than that. Okay, well, it was $2.99 for both. Okay, y'all. I think that's like $1.49 a piece. And then I got this Peaches and Cream Stripey. That is the colorway Energetic Pink. Now, those two, of course, are cotton. This is cotton as well. And this is essentially the same. It's also a, you know, 4-weight, just like that other, the Lily Sugar and Cream. This is, I do not see, like, let's see. There it is, 2 ounces, 56.7 grams, 102 yards, 93 meters. And I think that, see, aren't these the same, or? 2 ounces, 56.7 grams, 95 yards, and 86 meters. So it's slightly less. So the Peaches and Cream, the one I just showed you, this one is was $1.99. I think I have one of those already. So it's just, you know, on occasion I'll throw, like if I do stop at Walmart, on occasion I'll get a couple of those, and I just kind of add them to my little cotton stash of little balls of cotton. And then, you know, I use them off and on. So now here's something different. I got a whole bag of this because I got like all the colors that they had of this. This is the Loops and Threads, you know, like Michael's brand. It's called Kai, like K-A-I yarn. This is 308 yards, 3.5 ounces, 282 meters, 100 grams, and this is a says a light 3. Recommended 5mm crochet hook, and a 4, well, no, that says US 6. I don't know why it says that. Let's see, because it says 4mm knitting needles. And it is, this is definitely thinner. That's almost, it looks like their Sea Hill. Yeah, that's very comparable. So I have, y'all, you can't see it, but I've been working on my projects over here for a little while. And 2 tops that I was working on. And so all that's laying here. So I actually have this yarn that I already showed you. That's going into the one top. It's the very thin yarn. And this is very, it's pretty much about the same, isn't it? So it's thin, but that's okay. I don't mind that. This is really pretty. The colorway, it says machine wash and dry as well, in case you wanted to know that. The color is confetti, and it's blues, like blue, white, yellow, white. I don't know. Yeah, orange, white. That's really pretty. That is so pretty. I love yarns that look like this. I have a thing with that, with the white in them like that. It's super pretty. And it's soft. Yeah. Shows a baby on the front. Definitely, you know, like baby blanket worthy type of yarn. So these were $3.99 a piece. And I got all the colors that they had. So I wanted to see all the colors. Oh, I knew I was going to love this one. This definitely, the colors, baby blanket. It really looks like it. So what color is this one? It's called Puzzle. And you just barely see, but it has orange down in there. So you got orange, light blue, like a lime color. I was trying to decide if that was no, but it's not yellow. I thought for a minute, but it's not. It's lime, the orange, and the blue, and of course white. So it's really pretty. And then we have, oh, this is pretty too. This is really reminds me too, actually, of the like Lion brand ice cream yarn. The colors and the lightweight and the texture and that. Really pretty though. Really soft colors. This is called Citrus, and it's literally, I don't see any other color but the green and white. And this is, I mean, that really looks like that yarn, but see that really pretty green. Very pretty. So then we have a really pretty blue. See, again, this just looks like, oh, that actually has blue, pink, yellow, like you have little spurts of, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Oh, there's some more of the pink. It's high. I'm going to see if I can pull some of that out. There you go, so you can see that. But it's like blue, light blue, pink in the center there. And it has just a slight bit on the outside, but and then like yellow. Very pretty. That's kind of funny that that's hidden, because you got one little strand on the outside that I could see was pink. So that's why I was kind of looking for it. It's right in the center. Very pretty. And then we have the last color of this, Mint Chip. Now, this is interesting because I'm going to tell you here in a minute, because I specifically remember it with this, but I'll tell you in just a second. This has, it looks like browns, greens. Again, that looks like, you know, baby clothes or baby blanket. Very pretty. So it says Mint Chip, but I do know on Mary Maxim's website, it's actually called Overcast. I think the citrus is called Citrus, but in other words, they have different names. But if you just search K-A-I, or like Loops and Threads, Kai Yarn, you will find this. $3.99 a piece. So that's not too bad. That's something I don't specifically have like massive plans for, but I thought these were super pretty. So, I mean, of course I'll do something with them. Could very well be baby blankets, but we'll just have to see. But I really like, let's see, they're 308 yards. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. I don't know if that would be big enough for a baby blanket, though, without putting, you know, another color, in other words, with them, or another, you know, gaining the same thing. What am I supposed to be looking at? Oh, yeah. Sorry, my daughter is over here like playing charades with me, like motioning whatever, and I'm like, what? I don't know what was meaning, and I'm really tired. So anyway, now something that I've been wanting to get. I looked at these at Joann the last time I was there, and I have not been able to be back there. And then I was pretty much assured with, you know, all the yarns selling out. Now I know some of the Joann's got like stocked back up. I mean, somewhat, you know, with yarn recently, but again, I haven't been to one. So anyway, I found this. I was kind of interested in some of these Karen, like 1 pound in the Karen Jumbo Ombre. And because I've never used this yarn, So I got, this is like huge. It really is. 595 yards. So I got this color here. And that's purple. It's like purple, like a light tan and a couple of browns. That could be, well, yeah, like a tan or off-white. Anyway, I thought this was super pretty. This was one of them I looked at Joann. I should have got it when I was there, but, and I regretted after I walked out. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have got that, because I don't know when I'll be able to come back over here. And then it was like right after that, they announced the whole bankruptcy thing again. So it was, you know, that they were, I mean, they were actually closing or whatever. So anyhow, I gave $10.99 for the, well, for this. The colorway is this the one that's, yeah, seashell. But it's really soft muted colors. And I thought these would really be pretty for a, for blankets, to be honest. So it's 12 ounces, 340 grams, 595 yards, 544 meters, 100% acrylic. It's a 4-weight, and it recommends a 5mm hook, crochet hook, and knitting needles. That is. So yeah, I thought this is super pretty. I really like the, I mean, it's almost kind of like muted kind of, or softer colors, you know. So there's that, $10.99. And then I got another one of those in a different color. That's Carrara Marble. And that is very, okay. Yeah, that's very, very light and more subdued. But again, I thought that that would be pretty for a blanket. You know, just a really soft color palette blanket. And I mean, I like the feel of these. So I've never used this. Thought I would try this out. And I like those. They're huge. And I like that too, because then that means, you know, because I was thinking about like pairing, putting them in a blanket and like pairing, you know, another yarn of a comparable, you know, another color or whatnot to go with them. And these would be easy to pair a color with, you know, because you can definitely do like an off-white, brown, purple. You could probably mix even pink or whatnot with it. Just depends. Or like maybe even like a light seafoam green kind of a color. I don't know, but definitely options. And then I have, oh, I can't get to them. Well, because, oh wow, okay, those are huge. Wow. I don't remember. So I told you I was looking at the Karen 1 pound skeins as well at Joann. And again, that's, you know, it's yarn I've never used. So I've used Karen cakes. I love the Karen cakes. But I've never used, well, there's even still a lot of those I haven't used. But I mean, they're regular 4-weight I've used, you know, and love. So I have not tried, though, any of these skeins. And my cat has officially gotten into the box. So now she's taking over the box. So this was what I was, see, yeah, this is perfect because you could for sure pair, which is kind of what I was thinking about this. So I got, and I believe this is called, yes, Fig. This is a Karen 1 pound in the colorway Fig. It kind of looks tan, but it's like a muted, I want to say lavender or lilac kind of color, a purple kind of color. I'll settle. But definitely you could put this, and these are huge. These are literally huge. Like I said, I was looking at them because I'm like, oh my gosh, these are big. And I like the feel of that. 100% acrylic, 4-weight, you know, 16 ounces, 453.6 grams, but 812 yards or 742 meters. So that is a lot. So y'all, that is what I was thinking, was pairing this with I mean, you don't need all this or all this to put in a blanket, you know, or there's, in other words, enough of this. You could do 2 different blankets. I'm losing the yarn here. 2 different blankets, still using this color for both, like with the one I just showed you, or with this one. So, like, and these were, okay, the Karen £1. I think that, yeah, those were $10.99 too. Again, and I thought, like, yeah, the ombres were $10.99 and the 1-pounders were $10.99. I mean, that's, like I said, a lot of yardage, you know, so easy peasy for a blanket. So that's like 2 blankets, and then you probably, I imagine you still have more of this, in other words, this color left. So I like that idea. I kind of did that purposefully, but also was colors that I specifically wanted in this, the Karen Jumbo ombres here. So I like that. And then I got this Karen £1 that is called Robin's Egg, which is oh yeah, look, you can see the color way back here. Bright, vibrant blue. Isn't that pretty? And I love Robin's Egg blue. I have an affliction with with blue. Like, our upstairs, our bedroom is blue. Now the whole, like, I'm still working on painting, but our living room, kitchen, all the open area upstairs is going to be blue, which I'm still working on. But similar to this blue, but not like this bright or whatever. The one that's in our bedroom, I just made up, and I just called it like icy blue. It was a mixture that I made up, basically. And then the other I bought, and I'll show you that before too long. But isn't that beautiful? So, so pretty. I think, I wonder, yeah, I think you could even, could you do, you know, maybe possibly do that, but that is gorgeous. So I love that. And then I never show you all this color because I have none, like none of this kind of color, period, at all. Well, until today, yeah. So this color is called, and you'll be able to see this back here too, Sunflower. Very bright, very bright. It's really like, yeah, I mean, I can see the sunflower bit. That's kind of a thick, you know what? That's kind of almost a thick 4. Compared to what I'm used to, but yeah, this is nice. So it's kind of like a mustard color. So I got a yellow now of sorts. Yellow, yeah, yellowish gold. Anyway, that's really pretty. Again, I didn't have any yellow. So I got more yellow too. And I gotta, no, I don't really need to look. I know what these were supposed to be. Yeah, $3.99, which is why I bought these. So this is another yarn I've never used. And so, oh yeah, I like that. That's not too bad. So this is Yarn Inspirations Bernat Premium. And the color is gold. Well, there we go. So there's another really pretty yellow. Now, made in Turkey. Yay. 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 198 grams, 360 yards, 329 meters. Of course, it is a 4-weight. So, yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that. It kind of, I think it feels like Red Heart Super Saver. And I mean, the solid colors that like feel like normal, I guess is what I want to say. It feels like it's pretty much the same thing, which I have no problem with that at all. Um, at all. The Karen 1 pounds and that, those feel slightly, yeah, feel slightly softer, but I don't mind this. I didn't think these were too bad. The price was $3.99, which was on sale. I don't remember what the regular, I want to say they were like, I don't know, $5.99 or something like that regular price. But anyway, I got 3 of these. Oh, I love this. I love this. And it's appropriately called Sapphire. And I don't even have to put that close either, because look how bright that is. So, same specs. Also $3.99. And then I got one more. That's a really pretty, actually I really like the feel of that. This is a really pretty lilac color. So I really like that. I have been wanting a light, kind of purple. I have some like kind of lavender kind of color, but they were from thrift. They were thrifted yarn, and there's not like that much of it. I mean, this here is what I tell you, 360 yards. So that's a good amount of that. So I like that. So I kind of stuck to, you notice I was looking at like certain kind of colors, kind of like the yellow, because I don't really have any. I was thinking about the yellow. I've thought of this before, like putting it in a blanket or something like that. And the orange is the same way. I need to get some orange because I don't really have any orange. The only orange I have is like, it's like Red Heart Super Saver. No, it may even be, no, it is. It's from Walmart. And it's like the orange, like a really orange that I bought for Halloween stuff. So that's like, I think the only really orange I have. But there's, I want to get some of these other solid colors. Of course, I love variegated colors. That's my favorite. Self-striping, variegated, bright stuff. I also love, though, lighter colors, and I've been looking at numerous blankets and stuff and ideas, and I'm like, oh, I don't have those kind of colors, like, and I mean, even these kind of colors are really pretty together, and I really like that. So I don't always, I think I need to get some more solid colors, although, it just depends, because I don't want to be overrun by yarn either, so, but, of course, I am actively using my yarn, otherwise there would be a lot more, but yeah, I like this, so I'm really kind of excited to put together some stuff, because I definitely want to do some blankets. I have yarn right here that y'all can see. That's the Lion Brand Pound of Love yarn, and I have some blanket stuff I want to do with that stuff too. It makes really nice wearables and blankets, that yarn does. It's also a 3-weight, like the Kai yarn. I know, I was thinking of something. So like I could even put, even though it's I would say that's a slightly thicker. I'm calling it a 3. It actually might be labeled 4, but it's definitely like a 3 if it isn't labeled 3. I can't remember, because it's been a minute since I've done. I did several blankets though, or have done several blankets in the Lion Brand Pound of Love. So I really like that. I'm trying to think. I've also made something, a wearable last winter with it, but I really like that yarn. It's really soft, and it's lighter in that. So anyway, this is what I got. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day or great evening whenever you're watching this. Bye now. God bless. Also, I will leave a link in the description box that if you would like to place an order with Mary Maxim, you can get $10 off through that link. And no, I am not affiliate or anything. I'm just passing that on to you, that I have that available if you want to place an order with them.